Chamber of Commerce in Macau held its second Power Hour event last night at the St. Regis Macau. Guest speaker, MGTO Director Helena de Fernandez, talked about the COVID-19 pandemic's effect on Macau's tourism industry and the ongoing recovery plans. While AustCham Vice Chairman Andrew Scott says he hopes that the business condition in Macau will eventually improve.
It was only our second Power Hour event, so we're very, very glad to have her here. And it was very interesting to understand that the MGTO has not been sitting idle. They have been doing things while all of Macau has been, I guess, for want of a better word, shut down. And they've got a very good plan for reopening and trying to draw tourists back to Macau when the borders are effectively open, and we're starting to see that now. Obviously, we all want the business conditions in Macau to improve as quickly as possible, but we need to be mindful of the safety of the citizens of Macau. And I think I'd just like to take this opportunity to absolutely congratulate the government on such a fantastic job that they have done. I don't think Macau gets enough credit around the world. I think perhaps we've probably done a better job than maybe any other place in the world.
Starting today, the 150 travel agencies cooperating with the Macau Ready Go scheme resumed processing applications for the local tour entitled Helicopter Ride Experience. After contact with a helicopter company providing the tour, the quotas have been more than doubled from 700 to 1,584. The sought-after tour will be conducted between July 31st and the end of August, always between Wednesday and Sunday. All applicants have to select a desirable date first for the sign-up, and an electronic drawing will be carried out next Monday. Applicants who are unable to join the tour within the quotas will be put on the waiting list for tour participation if there are spaces left. MGTO Director Helena de Fernandez says over 90,000 residents have signed up for the Macau Ready Go local tours, which so far is being warmly received by the locals. The director says that with the various COVID-19 restrictions still in place, it would take time for business conditions to improve.
More local residents are taking part in the government's Macau Ready Go local tour program. According to MGTO Director Elena de Fernandez, as of Wednesday, about 90,000 locals have signed up for the tour, while more suppliers want to join the program. The 10 new routes, which includes a helicopter travel itinerary, were met by strong demand that its application system was temporarily suspended. In a survey conducted on the local tours program, 85% of the 5,000 respondents gave a positive response. Satisfaction with tour guides and organizations with the tours were over 80%, while 90% of them said they were satisfied with the services provided by tour bus drivers. When asked if the government is planning to initiate programs specifically for non-residents, the tourism head said it is not possible at the moment, as non-residents can join the tours, although they have to shoulder the entire cost. Meanwhile, local tour guides are now required to take various classes, including an etiquette training course.
And then the second part of the training was about etiquettes, because we want to make sure that it's a different way of serving your own people and compared to to tourists. And we understand also that in the past there have been some negative perception as well as to some maybe some tour guides have not served very, very well. So we want to make sure that these kinds of etiquette courses can help them also to beef themselves up and also to equip themselves to better serve our local residents.
The director also mentioned that Chief Executive Hoyat Seng is discussing the resumption of individual visa scheme with mainland authorities and added that it might take time for business conditions to improve.
Growth expectations for local businesses here in terms of tourism?
I think it's still early days. And we have to be very cautious because we have to keep our city safe. We have our responsibility to the local population to make sure that we don't people would not get infected because of the reopening of tourism or the reopening of the borders.
Elena de Fernandez also gave an update on the mega events for the second half of the year. The Macau Light Festival is set to be held from September 26 until October 31st. The fireworks display with Hanchin for the celebration of the National Day will be on October 1st, while the Global Tourism Economy Forum will be held in December. The 5th International Film Festival and Awards Macau is scheduled for December 3rd to 8th. However, some programs will be held online.
MGTO Director Helena de Sena Fernandez also said that the annual Macau Grand Prix is still set to be held in November. That's despite restrictions due to the global pandemic.
From what we are also a part of the organizing committee, and obviously from the organizer, the Sport Bureau has also maintained that the Grand Prix will be run. But obviously the question would be, okay, until November, which are the drivers that can participate, how many of them can come, and how many different races, and what kind of races. So I guess we'll still have to wait a little bit for the announcement of more details. But then at this point in time, we're still looking at the Grand Prix being run in November, and also looking at having interesting races in Macau.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.